I have a limelight hydrangea that needs to be pruned. It's March in the Midwest, and on here you can see the little buds coming, and that's how you know it's time to cut it back. From my exhaustive research, it says that I should cut any branches that are crisscrossing and going to like rub against each other, and then the teeny tiny twig-like branches. So I have a lot of those, and we are going to cut this pretty significantly back. I am by no means a professional, so don't take mine for like gospel. Maybe do more research. Don't make your decisions based on mine. But if you just want to watch this transformation, this video is for you. While we're cutting this, we could talk about if you don't have health insurance, or you do have health insurance but a really high deductible that you're not going to meet, but you needed some labs drawn, I came across this site called Jason's Labs. What I Googled was how to get labs drawn if you don't have health insurance, and then some things popped up and Jason Labs was at the top. You just go in and pick the labs that you want, and then it tells you the price. It was pretty cool. I think I've gotten a CBC, a CMP, lipids, and a hemoglobin A1C, all for $68. And it was pretty straightforward. It sent me with like basically an appointment time at Quest Diagnostic. I went in and told them I had already booked through Jason's Labs. There was a QR code that I had to scan. And then the lab results come back to me. And then when they come back, there's an option that I can have them fax it through Jason's Labs to my doctor's office. And then they were available for my appointment. So if you're ever in the situation where you would like to know what your kidney function is, or your hemoglobin A1C, or you need to make sure that your, lipids are in the right range, there's tons of other. I think we did a thyroid test on my daughter, and I was blown away. It was way more affordable. I feel like when I used to have health insurance and I had labs drawn, I would end up with a couple $100 bill at least. So hopefully that information helps someone. Back to the tree, I was a little bit scared that maybe I cut too much back, but I do think it's helpful to get stronger, thicker branches growing to cut it back like this and cut off the little twig branches, because I did last year have quite a few of the twig branches, and I think it had like weaker flowers. So I'm excited to see how the season will grow. It's always windy here in the Midwest. I feel like there's rarely a day where it's not windy. And I also had to work on straightening this tree. It's always tried to lean. I don't know. I tried when I planted it in the ground 4 years ago. Maybe it was 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, either way, to stake it up. And the stake kind of rubs against the tree there at kind of a strong point. So I don't know. It drives me nuts every time I pull into my driveway and see it leaning. So once I have it all trimmed, hopefully I can correct the lean. I know there's a couple different ways to do it. I like to just try to put the stick in there, and that way there's not so much to look at, but I might have to get the tree collar and some spikes, ropes and spikes to stake it in the ground. So just finishing up the little tiny twigs that are left. The other years that I've trimmed it back, I don't think I was this aggressive. So it's kind of an experiment. We will see what happens. But this was one of my most exciting plants that I got. I feel like I read quite a lot about it before I purchased it. It was kind of expensive. I got it from a local nursery. But all in all, it's a pretty good looking tree, and 10 out